If you want your walk to be smooth, relaxed, and efficient, you're going to have to scrap one common walking technique recommendation, pushing off with the toes.
Instead of pushing off, we want to create a feeling of peeling off, and that feeling is going to be created by your core.
If you're new to the channel, I'm Dr. Todd Martin, creator of The Walking Code. The key to relaxed walking, or really any type of movement, is moving from your core, not your feet. And in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to do that and show you how you can get rid of the mistaken idea that pushing off of your toes is necessary to get yourself moving forward when you're walking. So why would people believe that you have to push off with the toes when you're walking in the first place? The reason is because when most people think of walking, they're thinking about actions that are coming from the legs themselves, and they view the torso as going along for the ride. If you want to walk in a more relaxed and efficient manner, you need to ditch that idea of pushing off with the toes like that and transform that to the idea of peeling off with the toes. And when you're peeling off, the toes are not what are doing the action. It is the core that is helping to peel the foot off the ground. There's no backward propulsion that is needed if you use your core properly. In order to peel the leg off the ground, we're going to need to activate our lower abdominal muscles. If you stand with one foot facing out to the side and then the other foot, the rear foot, out at about a 90-degree angle, practice shifting your weight to the forward foot by turning your belly button towards that leg while trying to lift your rear leg up by flexing the rear leg hip. And just do that a few times, rotating, and you're going to feel the sense of the peeling off the ground coming from the core, from your center, without the idea of having to push back with the toes, which, if you just watch me do it, it doesn't look very relaxed. You're gonna look and feel much more relaxed if you peel off with your lower ab rotation, because rotation is essentially how we walk correctly. As your lower abs are doing that, in this case turning counterclockwise, what we're doing is moving in a straightforward direction, or really the direction the foot is facing. We're doing that by turning the upper waist in the opposite direction. So as the lower abs are turning counterclockwise, my upper abs are turning clockwise. And that's why my left arm is going to go forward when I ultimately walk forward with the right leg. The lower abs are going to be turning the pelvis around counterclockwise. The upper abs are going to be doing the opposite, keeping the body in a straightforward position. And as long as we keep that rotation going, that is what's going to peel that foot off the ground in a very relaxed fashion. As I walk back and forth in a relaxed fashion, you're not going to see any pushing off with the toes. All of the movement comes from the core, and that's all that's necessary because rotation does not require any momentum. If we're thinking about gravity and trying to move with gravity, then we have to rely on momentum and muscles in the legs to push. And then you're also going to be stuck with the challenge of trying to time the push off to exactly when your foot is trying to leave the ground. That would be very difficult to do, to time your toe motion with exactly what's happening in the core. When we move effectively, our core, or our center, guides every motion, and then our postural reflexes control what's going on with our knee extension or knee flexion, ankle plantar flexion or dorsiflexion. all of those are controlled at a reflexive level, so we don't have to think about them. If we did have to think about them, we could not move in a relaxed fashion. Especially if you're doing complex motions, how could you possibly time when your toe is supposed to push off the ground and move in a relaxed way? It would be impossible. So the core moves and the lower legs just move with the core naturally, and we don't even have to think about it. Now, you don't have to spin around a lot to be able to get a sense of that. We just have to be able to walk forward, turn, walk again forward, and just think about, do you need to control when your knee is flexing and when your knee is extending, or when your ankle is pushing down or pulling up? It really would be impossible to do that sort of timing. So rely on your core muscles to move you. Don't try to think about what's going on with your toes or your ankles or even your knees. Let those joint actions follow your core, and then you're going to be much more relaxed when you walk, and you're going to be able to keep your spine better aligned and walk with lower impact on your joints. If you enjoyed the video, go ahead and click that like button and subscribe to the channel if you're not already a subscriber, and I will see you in the next one.